welcome to our math today. With that video, you may have already figured out we are working with money. So, if you don't already have some coins, go see if you can ask your parents if they have some pennies, nickels, dimes, and quarters that you can borrow to use for today's lesson. If they don't have any, that's okay, but it might be more fun at home if you actually have the coins to move around as we talk about them. Okay, so if you don't already have coins, go ask your parents or see if you can find some coins in a coin jar or something like that. And then we're going to start today's lesson. So make sure you have something to write with and coins. Okay? All right, so if you're here, I'm going to say that you are ready. You have something to write with and you have coins. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's see. Oh my puppies are playing, so you might hear some little noise in the background. Look at this first coin. What is this one? This is a penny. It is copper. It's a different color from the rest of our coins. It's the only one that's kind of brownish. How much is it worth? Do you know? It's worth 1 cent. So it's a 1 cent. Now, if you do not have coins, you can work the way that we would write a penny is just a circle and a 1. Okay, that shows that it's worth 1 cent. And we will be writing some with our math. So we can even write, if you want to write this down in your notebooks, a penny is 1 cent. And the way we write cent is we do a C and then we do a line through it. That's what means cent. So that's how we draw a penny, and it's worth 1 cent. 1 cent. Not very much. Can't buy a lot with 1 penny, but we can use pennies to help us buy and pay for other things. All right, find your coin, if you have one, that looks like this. Who knows what this is? I wish I could hear you talking. This is a dime. And if you look, it's actually a little bit smaller than a penny. About the same size, but a little bit smaller than a penny. Look, I have coin eyes. All right, so the dime is a different color. It's silver, and it's a little bit smaller than the penny, but it's worth more, which is so interesting because it's smaller. But a penny's only worth 1 cent. A dime is worth, do you know? 10 cents. So let's write that down in our notebook too. A dime. How do you think we'd write a dime? A circle and a 10, just like our penny. A dime is worth 10. And then we'd write 10 cents. Now, if you have something to write with, I would be writing this down so that you can go back and look in that notebook as we do today's lesson, tomorrow's lesson, the next day's lesson. We'll be working with coins for a while. So I recommend you write this down, okay? All right, so we're gonna pause here for a second. How many pennies would I need to equal 1 dime? Well, a penny is 1. So, oh my goodness, this is almost like our place value chart. Look at this, look at this, look at this. So if I have my 10s and 1s, I'm gonna draw my pennies, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'm gonna draw my 1s in there so I remember they're pennies. So if I have 10 pennies, that's the same as 1 dime. So kind of like we've been doing with our rods and cubes, but now we're talking about pennies and dimes. I would show you, I don't even know if I have 10 pennies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I do have 10 pennies. I'll go ahead and build it and show you that too. So I'm just going to do groups of 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. It's the same as. So here's my pile of coins. And I have 10 pennies, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. The same as 1 dime. And notice how I line them up in groups of, well, they're columns of 2, rows of 5. So 10 pennies is the same as 1 dime. How fun. I love working with coins. It's a lot of fun to get your hands on them and move them around. All right, now we've talked about pennies, we've talked about dimes. Do you have a coin that looks like this? Do you know what this is called? This is a little bit bigger than a dime. See how it's a little bit bigger? It's the same color though. It's silver, and it's also bigger than a penny. A little bit bigger and a different color. This is a nickel. Nickel. So let's write that down. Nickel. A nickel is interesting because it's smaller than a dime, but it's worth less. A dime is 10 cents. A nickel is only 5 cents. So how do we draw that? A circle with a 5. That's a nickel. Okay? And then we'd write 5 cents. There you go. So make sure you have that written down. Tomorrow we're going to add the quarter. We're not going to talk about that today. We'll talk about that tomorrow. So today we're just looking at pennies, dimes, and nickels. Okay? All right. So how many nickels would we need to get 1 dime? Go ahead and pause and see if you can figure it out. Should be pretty fast. So if we have 1 nickel, that's 5 cents. 2 nickels, what's 5 plus 5? 10. So 2 nickels would be the same as 1 dime. Let's see if I can find my nickels. Okay, those 2 are nickels. Those are the same as 1. Oh my goodness, look at this. I'm holding everything. 2 nickels is the same as 1 dime. All right, now I want you to figure out all the ways you can use pennies, nickels, and dimes to equal 10 cents. Try to find at least 2 or 3 ways. Okay, you can use a combination of them. So I want you to pause the video and see if you can figure out all the ways you can make 10 cents with pennies and nickels and dimes. Okay, pause the video. If you are back, that means you have thought of all the ways you can make 10 cents with our pennies, dimes, and nickels. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just build some of these. You can build them and then draw them, or you can just build them for now. So let's see. Okay, I have my first few ways. Look at this. So we already said 10 pennies is 10 cents. A dime itself is 10 cents. And then 2 nickels. Whoa, my screen just changed. Oh dear. There we go. 2 nickels is 5 10 cents. What if we did 1 nickel? I'm so sorry, this is flipping around. What if we did 1 nickel? How many pennies would we need to get 10 cents? Let's use a nickel that looks normal. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you could do a nickel and 5 pennies would be 10 cents. And I think that's most of the ways that we can make 10 cents right now. Okay? So let's find some more ways we can combine numbers. Now we're going to try to get to 15 cents. So pause the video, try to build some different ways that you can make 15 cents. Oh, I wish I had more pennies. I only have 10 pennies. How many pennies would make 15 cents? 15 pennies. All right, so pause the video, find all the ways you can. If you're back, that means you already did it. So I'm gonna try to keep my screen up. So I don't have 15 pennies, I only have 10. So I would need 10 plus 5 more to make 15. Let's see, what about if I have nickels? Let's count nickels. Do I have nickels? Yes, here are all my nickels. Let's count by 5s and see how many to get to 15. 5, 10, 15. So 3 nickels is 15 cents. What if I want to use a dime to get 15 cents? That's how much? 10 cents. How many more cents do I need to get 15? 5 more. So I could move a 5 over there. So 10 plus 5 gives us 15. A nickel and a dime gives us 15. We could also, instead of using nickels, we could use pennies. 10 plus how many pennies would give us 15? A dime plus 5 pennies would also give us 15. Okay. I want you to practice. We're going to now try to make, should we challenge ourselves? Let's make 20 cents. Try to find all the ways you can to make 20 cents. Okay? 20 cents. Pause the video, find all the ways you can to make 20 cents. All right, if you're back, that means you made 20 cents. So let's see. I wish I had more pennies. Maybe I'll have to find more for tomorrow's lesson. I'll try to find more. So I have my 10 pennies. I would need how many more to get 20? Another group of 10. So if I could just duplicate that, that would be perfect. 10 plus 10 more would give me 20. Let's see. Oh, there's a dime. How many more dimes do I need to make 20? Just 1 more. So 10. Oh, there's a dime. 20. That makes 20. I don't know if I do have enough nickels. Let's see. Let's count them. 5, 10, 15, 20. So 4 nickels makes 20 cents. Let's combine some. If I have 1 dime, 10 cents, plus how many pennies would give us 20? 10, And then this is a 10 too, so 10 and 10 would give us 20. What about a dime and some nickels? 10 cents plus how many more gives us 20? 10, 15, 20. So a dime and 2 nickels gives us 20 cents. All right, that's mostly what we're going to practice today. For your math practice, you are going to be doing, I'm going to show you, a match game. So you're going to match the name, like penny, dime, and nickel, to which one it is, and then you're going to practice counting, okay? So look back at your board if you don't remember how much something is. So like here I have 4 pennies. How much is a penny? 4 cents. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I would match that to 4 cents. Let's see if there's a combination. Oh, there's a combination, a dime and a nickel. So you're gonna have to figure out how much that is worth. So do that match game, and then here's a challenge. If you have coins, play some kind of a store at home. Pay for something, count them, play with them, just have fun, okay? And that's all for math today. I'll see you guys for writing.